Yo, everybody. Hold on. Let's do the intro without that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, everyone. Hey, how's it going?
What's good, y'all, man? We are back. We heard you. And so we had to bring her back, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy DONFATHER.
We back, baby. Like we never left.
You ain't gonna shout me out? That's cool.
Shout out Sammy Socialite.
Big Sammy Socialite, not the
Socialite,
little
the goddamn
one.
planet.
You already know.
Talk about we still getting cuts in our hair.
Oh yeah, the haircut.
Getting designs.
Matter of fact, y'all just take a look at the cut. Shout out to my boy Rob. He finally at the barbershop now. I'm so proud of him. He been cutting my hair for like 12, 13 years, pulling up at the crib, and now he at the barbershop. Shout out to that boy. I had to do a little something crazy because he was at the shop. You know, the haircut at the shop costs more than the house, so I had to get my money worth. That's that Z shit. That's that Z shit. Hey.
Oh, what topics do we have for today, man?
You said Kodak Black. Well, let's talk about someone who has done a song with Kodak Black.
Kendrick Lamar.
Everyone's favorite.
Not that song, though.
This is so crazy because a year ago, I would have never thought I'd be saying Kendrick Lamar is the people's fave right now. But boy, it's been a wild year. And so he performed at the Super Bowl. And Drake said he was big as the Super Bowl. Yeah. But Kendrick
How do you feel about that? That shit sounds fake. It sounds like this whole shit was planned out. Because how the very first beef is big as the Super Bowl, and then the climax is doing the Super Bowl.
Like, them picking Kendrick for the Super Bowl was crazy to me, honestly, at the time. Especially being in New Orleans. I'm not saying Wayne should have did it, but it's just like, the Super Bowl itself, like the intro, the singing of the songs at the beginning, everything, it was so New Orleans. It was like big band jazz, Mardi Gras vibes, and I respect that. I appreciated that. That kind of helped me get over the fact that Kendrick was doing the Super Bowl halftime because he ain't from there. But it kind of, Drake helped him get that shit, because if he hadn't have made Not Like Us, he probably wouldn't have got picked for the Super Bowl. But I respect Kendrick for dropping G and X because it gave him new music that people like to perform at the Super Bowl. And that's all the plan. I mean, I can no longer be upset with Kendrick Lamar because he's finally making music that people want to listen to. And I think that gets lost a lot in what has been going on because he ain't making that woke shit right now. And I want people to admit that. He's making the type of music that people want to hear. Yeah. That's why he's doing so well. Because even my hating ass, like, TV Off is my shit.
Banger song.
Squabble Up was a good song. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's making music people want to hear. And I do know one Kendrick fan that said this shit fire, but he also said he really ain't fucking with it because it's like West Coast sound. And I like that because I've been a big Tyga fan all my life. And Tyga made West Coast music. And so I'm happy Kendrick is stepping into his roots and making West Coast music and not just reading a fucking poem. But the Super Bowl performance sucked.
I'll say, when you mentioned that other performance, the one that was at the beginning of the game, I believe, that was a beautiful performance.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that was a beautiful one. And I feel like Kendrick's Super Bowl performance was really missing that live band aspect. I feel like if he came out immediately with that live band, that would have helped a lot of the sonics that people felt like were missing. You know what I'm saying? When he was just on top of the car singing alone, no backtrack, just him. I feel like it was poetic, but it was a little underwhelming for the Super Bowl, in my opinion. You know, it got to the point where, you know, SZA's coming out, they're singing, I think it's All the Stars.
Yep.
That it's beautiful. At that point, I feel like SZA's providing the backtrack that we've needed pretty much the whole time.
But even with her, she sat on the ground.
Oh yeah, boy.
time.
They was doing the good groundwork, boy.
So it's just like, and I said this when it got announced. He is not a Super Bowl type performer. Like, we like at the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is the biggest game in America of the year. That's across all sports. Super Bowl is that deal. There's millions of America that tune in to watch the game, and there's even more millions that tune in to watch the commercials and the halftime show. And when it's the halftime show, you want to be entertained. That means you want to see dancers, you want to see high energy songs, etc., etc. I didn't like the playlist. The set list wasn't good until the end for me. Like, all the stars down, then the playlist was good. He didn't come with that for me. Kudos for the first part, having all the, like, I'm a stage performer, so I know that it was a platform under the car, and the car had, car didn't have a bottom, so they're coming from below stage, jumping out the car. I appreciated that shit though, because it was cool. I seen way too many people on my timeline talking about this nigga's doing magic.
You know they gonna gas it.
Can we be for real?
You know they gonna gas it. You know they gonna gas it, man. And you got to, bro. You got to. This is money. This is big money on the line. We raising up a new artist. And not even new, but we're putting a new artist at a position they haven't been at ever before. We got to gas it.
He wasn't at that.
Gas it.
And that same week, earlier that week, he won 5 Grammys, bro.
Right.
No hate, but finally. Oh, what you agree with?
Nah, that's origin.
Oh, we're back.
Welcome back.
Oh, yes, we back.
Yes, sir.
He won 5 Grammys, bro. For Not Like Us, dog. It wasn't for nothing on GNX. It wasn't for an album. It literally was for Not Like Us. He won Record of the Year.
Do you remember these?
Song of the Year.
Oh, you're traumatized.
Rap Song of the Year. Something else, but the big, like him winning Record and Song of the Year at the Grammys for this song is crazy. Oh my God, bro. Like, bruh, crazy.
I feel like, if we strip the fact that it was a diss away and all that, it was a good written song. It has the moment that people are all singing. It has lyricism.
It was the song of the year.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I had to live in that hate all year. It was for sure the song of the year. Just being a Drake fan, I gotta say it. Kendrick, I'm disappointed in you at your Grammy speech because you didn't thank Drake. Because without Drake, you don't have They Not Like Us, and you do not have Record and Song of the Year, bro.
Maybe he thinks, the competitive nature between him and Drake, but I don't think I'm thanking Drake straight up. As much as maybe, you know what I'm saying?
Of course you're not.
Yeah, but
of course you're not.
I would definitely lean towards the fact that this competition I would have gave, grace and like, thank you so much for this competition that has put me in a place that I can showcasing in this way on this type of big stage. Drake, I wouldn't have been like, thanks, Drake.
Drake literally said what was going to happen.
Somebody give him a Grammy right now.
Somebody can give him a Grammy right now. Like, and this is before Not Like Us.
That's what I'm telling you, bro. That's why I feel like this shit was orchestrated. Really, before. That's why I feel like it was orchestrated. If you listen to what Drake was saying,
right? Drake
already knew really a lot more orchestrated.
But Drake gave up on the Grammys in 2019, bro.
Yeah, it was after the speech he did, where he was basically just like, and they cut his mic. Right?
Yeah, bro.
Right. One moment cheer while Origin comes through with the 6-month sub. 6 months in a row he's been subscribing. That's $5 a month to the gang. Thank you so much, Origin.
Shout out to you,
I
Origin.
appreciate you.
Man, it was so catchy. Even white people were crip walking. Yeah. It was catchy.
I learned how to crip walk last year.
But the crowd was not feeling that shit. Like the performance. But speaking of the Grammys, do you have anything else to add about Mr. Lamar?
I definitely feel like, just like a lot of people at home, when the performance opened up, you could have been blown away by his solo standingness, if that's even a word. Like, he's by himself, he's
Right.
doing this shit. You could have also been very underwhelmed with the performance. And I feel like a lot of people, because Kendrick is still the underdog, I feel like a lot of people don't even look at him in a respect way to be like, you can do this, and you're not Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He's
so,
not any type of performer. I mean,
like, he's a performer. That just wasn't one of his best.
I listen to people cry on Twitter for months talking about he put on one of the best shows that they ever seen and shit. And okay, cool.
I mean, if you ask your uncle, he probably does think that.
No, man, I'm gonna keep it a buck. My my Super Bowl party I was at, it was probably like 15 of us.
Right.
10 people was looking at the screen perplexed the whole time.
Like, what the fuck is
Like,
this?
what is this?
Yeah.
2 people was kind of vibing.
Yeah.
I was like trying to vibe. When he got All the Stars on, I was vibing. Because like I said, TV off, I fuck with that. That's my shit. All the Stars is my shit. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I didn't like the set list. So boo boo, poo poo, bitch.
So turn his TV off. That's what you try to do. You try to turn that motherfucker off.
I didn't because I wanted to hear TV off. I knew he was going to do that. After I started, I'm like, oh, he doing GNX heavy. Ew.
So Origin says the Super Bowl performance felt too diverse, not in a cultural way, but in the sense that it was too many songs that didn't fit together. He couldn't groove.
Yes, and the issue isn't too many songs because I think he only did like
7 maybe.
like 7 or 8 songs. It was what he did, and somebody is trying to defend him, talking about, oh well, he did the songs that he did because he knew the audience, like he didn't want to like overdo the black theme or whatever. But I'm like, if that's the case, he could have did Please Don't Kill My Vibe, Swimming Pools, like Loyalty, something. I don't know, bro.
I definitely feel like a big part of it is we would probably kill to hear those songs on that stage, on that night with that litness on those parties, and like everyone just really wanted to hear some of those fucking songs.
Yeah, because those are the songs that made him on the relevancy, so he could make all his damn poetic music.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, back to the Grammys. Shout out to my boy Christopher Maurice Brown, because Chris Brown now is a 2-time Grammy Award winner. And I know that sounds outrageous because Chris Brown literally has been in the game since 2005, 2004, 2005.
What,
and
did you say 2-time?
2-time Grammy Award winning.
Jesus.
So,
you know what somebody tried to say today? Academics the other night tried to say that Tory Lanez pen is better than Chris Brown's.
his pen.
His pen. He said that Tory Lanez can rap better than Chris Brown. He said that he could sing better than Chris Brown. He said Chris Brown was a better performer, dancer, and all-around superstar. But he said that Tory Lanez pen. He said that Tory Lanez has hits over Chris Brown. I can't agree.
He doesn't have hits.
But that's what he meant by pen.
Chris.
When he says pen, he means like hits.
I will give Tory Lanez props when props is due. The things that he does, rap and sing on songs, and some of the stuff he talks about is pretty good. You have to have a good pen to do that. You see what I'm saying? So in that regard, pen cool. Chris writes majority of all his music. Chris has some amazing songs if you listen to the lyrics. Chris writes on other people's shit. Like when Chris do his features, he write his shit. Like Chris has way more hits as features than Tory Lanez does.
I thought that was blasphemous.
You know what I'm saying? I'll give Tory his pen respect. Can't sing better than Chris Brown. Rapping is also a stretch. I mean, Tory Lanez does rap.
I feel like he's displayed the rap way more, and
And that's what I'm saying. Like
Chris can rap.
He does it.
Niggas forgot.
He does it more.
What Chris did?
Boy in Detention.
That okay? Well, I wasn't thinking about that song. I was thinking about that goddamn Look at Me Now. Boy, we can rap now. We can get some rap, and we can rap with the best of them, and pull them out on the song.
On Busta was on that shit with Ann Wayne, and he was rapping like, come on, man. Hey, but back to Chris,
done.
bro. Look,
that nigga
Chris Brown won a Grammy for Best R&B Album, and I'm clapping for my boy because
Tyler, right? Who? Tyler's album that came out.
Tyler was in that category. I think Money Long or Coco Jones, Victoria Monet, something like that.
They both had giant ears too.
But for Best R&B Album, he deserved because I actually didn't want to listen to it at first because he lied to me. Chris said this album was gonna have 11 songs on it.
That just sounded perfect, didn't it?
And I was like, finally, it's gonna be the most perfect 11 songs anybody has heard in R&B in a minute. And on November the 11th, when he dropped, he had 21 songs. I guess like 11. No, that's 22. So maybe it was 22 songs. Anyway, it might have been 22 songs. This man made me mad. But this guy right here, my boy DONFATHER made me listen to the album in the studio one day. And that shit was jamming.
Oh, yeah.
Shit was jamming, bro. Feel Something is R&B gold. When I tell you, I felt every drop of that song. Angel Numbers. Love that. Love that song.
Yeah.
And then the thing with this album is it came out November 11th, 2023. Residuals, when Chris went on tour starting in May of 2024, Residuals blew up because of his live performance.
Shattered the internet. Shannon Sharp was on that motherfucker talking about that shit.
And even now, that was in May. It hit Billboard. It peaked at like 30 on the Hot 100. It's back again on the Hot 100 in the 40s and 30s because the Residual Challenge. Again, this album came out November 2023. Chris earned that shit. He put his foot in it. He earned that shit.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed to say that I got to see him perform this live when I went to go to the concert in Phoenix. And got to meet him at the meet and greet with his Newport and his earbud.
Yeah, I feel like, when it comes to being Chris Brown, being at that high level, it's very important to be able to display how important it is to still perform your albums as they come out, right? To still go on tour with your album, perform your new album, and really show people. Because I feel like when Residuals broke the internet in that way, I can't imagine that didn't influence the Grammy, the pool, because it's regular people on the Grammy on the board.
Chris was nominated for 3 Grammys this year. One of the Grammys he was nominated for was Best R&B performance
No, he didn't win that one.
for Residuals.
He didn't win that one.
He didn't win because Money Long's BET Award performance won. I'm not mad at it. She ate.
What if he would have swept? What do you feel like?
I personally,
Did you watch?
I didn't like Residuals
Live?
like that
Oh,
until I saw it live.
Did you watch Muni Long's performance?
Yeah, the BET Awards. Yeah, I saw it.
How do you feel like he should have swept?
No, I mean, she earned that one.
Over Residuals Live, because
Residuals Live was a moment for sure, but I think they, as the voting body, best R&B album, I'll take that over best live performance.
But I hear you. But then they give Kendrick Lamar a sweep like that, you know. And I feel like, Kendrick Lamar had a song. Chris Brown had a whole. I mean, yes, he got 5.
I thought he didn't win one.
It doesn't. He's got 5. You know what I mean? Across platforms that arguably people say,
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
and the third one was best African song for Sensational, and he didn't win that one either.
And I feel like he should have.
Sensational was dope.
That was and what's dope about Sensational, and was that on 11/11?
Yeah.
And what's dope about Sensational is even before Residuals Live performance, even before all that, it was out of here.
Yeah.
I feel like
great single.
You know,
he did a great single choice.
For you then to go on and do the live performance of Residuals, which then prompts Residuals to blow up and the album to get so big that you didn't win these Grammys. Like, how are we not big upping the song that walked so that the rest of the album could run? Because that song really did lead the way for. That song was big.
I hear you. You talking about Sensational?
Yeah.
I hear you.
I feel like if you give Kendrick 5 for a song in a moment, we need to give Chris Brown 6 for this album.
I'm all for it. You know, I love Chris. Chris deserves everything he's nominated for.
He did great though.
Like I say, he won the NAACP award best R&B artist of the year or whatever. And I say he beat Usher. He beat Coco. He beat.
Usher was working hard this year.
SZA.
Yeah.
Like
SZA was working hard this year. Really fucking.
So I'm just like, thank you, Grammys, for finally fucking with Chris again, because he's always nominated. He gonna always at least get one. Like, honestly, the Grammys actually made a category specifically for Chris Brown back probably in like 2014. It was called Urban Contemporary, like Best Urban Contemporary Album.
Yeah.
And it was basically for Chris.
Yeah.
But they never gave it to him. But that Black was able to slide in that category for since
I Have a Love.
East on a Love Letter.
Oh, okay.
That was nominated in that category for album for Urban Contemporary.
That's
but
very interesting because that's more of like a EP to me.
That album,
East and Love Letter.
It was like 14.
14. Okay.
But so shout Chris. Just keep doing you, bro. Because I'm telling you, bro, you got best R&B album for Fame, and they stopped fucking with you, and you definitely have been putting in work, and you deserve everything that you get.
Deserve it all, Chris Brown. Good job. You're doing great, buddy. Okay, we see you.
Last thing on the Grammys. Cowboy Carter, Beyonce announces her tour the day of the Grammys or after the Grammys, or I don't know, maybe before, whatever. Beyonce comes to the Grammys. As usual, she's always heavily nominated when she drops. Last year, Renaissance did not win the Grammys that they should have. Album of the Year, for one, because Renaissance was that one.
What did win Album of the Year last year?
I believe she lost to Taylor Swift.
What Well, redrop with a
If
redrop.
it wasn't Taylor Swift, it was Billie Eilish.
It's probably Taylor with a redrop. That's crazy. What's
I
the new
don't
album?
know. See, that's what I'm saying. I think it was Billie.
Yeah.
Taylor won the year before with the Eras thing, but Jay-Z got recognized at the Grammys last year and basically took his time to say shame on them for not doing Beyonce right.
Right.
So Beyonce drops a country album in March last year. I listened to all of it the first night it dropped with Twitter. Like, we was like, okay, we're gonna start at midnight. We started, everybody tweeting they shit. It was like, when I went back and looked at my stars, I only had like 9 stars.
Yeah.
And she had like 26 songs on this shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going back to listen to this shit.
Yeah.
So I listened to the little 9 songs I like. Cool. Hey, man, Beyonce finally wins Album of the Year. Finally. She is the most awarded Grammy artist of all time.
Yeah.
Never had won Album of the Year. She finally gets it for what I think is her worst album for like leisure listening, like listening. Right. Sonically, you could say it was mixed great, produced great.
Right.
Awesome. Cool. I ain't trying to hear that shit. But her tour sold out. She doing something different this time. For Renaissance, she went, it was Renaissance World Tour. So she went overseas and did the Europe circuit, and I don't know if she did Asia, but I know she did Europe. She was in like London, Paris, and stuff like that. Then she did every city in the US basically. But it was stadium tours, so it had to have a football stadium.
Right.
This year, she said, baby, I'm tired. So she's doing mini residencies in a select group of cities. So she's gonna be.
What a residency is. That means she's at a small venue for a minute, like a couple of
Right.
days.
So Las Vegas is famous for artist residencies. They'll usually be in Vegas. They might be there for like 3 to 6 months, and they'll have shows like 5 or 7 days a week.
Right.
And everybody, you go pay and go see them there. So Beyonce is doing mini residencies, probably like no more. She ain't gonna be nowhere no longer than a week type deal.
Right.
But she's going to Atlanta, Chicago, Houston, New York, LA, and London. Yeah, DC, maybe DC. But yeah, so she picked the big cities. She gonna be in LA at SoFi Stadium for I think 5 nights in a row. Like Vegas hasn't. She has Vegas on there, but they haven't announced the venue for Vegas. And so the rumor has it that she's trying to do hers at the Sphere, which is the new ball that has all types of shit on it.
Yeah.
Backstreet Boys is doing a residency there soon, so it might be conflicts. I don't know.
Right.
But if she do the Raiders Stadium, that shit fit like fucking 100,000.
Right.
Like, it's just crazy. And her shit sold out.
Yeah, I was hearing that she was having to add more dates to the Atlanta one. Is that what?
She added more dates to LA and Atlanta.
Where is she going in Atlanta?
Of course.
I mean, like where?
What do you think?
She's at the State Farm.
The Benz.
Is that what it's called?
State Farm used to be the no. Okay, it is now State Farm. The basketball arena is State Farm.
Okay.
Football is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Okay, for sure.
The Benz, nigga, where the Falcons play.
Yeah. Might have to get those. I think they're already gone though, huh?
They're in resale right now, and they're probably ridiculous. The original ticket prices was kind of affordable.
200, 300?
I mean, well, I think it was like 400 for the floor.
Right.
But she had so many pre-sales. It was like a Ticketmaster pre-sale, a Beehive pre-sale, a City credit card pre-sale, and some other pre-sale. And so I was in line for the forum, but I was just like, I ain't like this shit like that.
Oh, she's gonna perform that album.
Yeah, just like Renaissance. I mean,
Yeah.
she performed.
Now let's talk about it, because Renaissance, when she was performing it, she was able to make, some really big moments out of some of those songs.
For sure.
Some really viral moments. Do you feel like that's possible still with this new album?
Yeah, because vocally, she was in the bag on these songs. So she's gonna vocalize. Some of the songs have like a line dance feel to it. I'm sure she's gonna do some shit like that. She always has her dancers, like, they're gonna be on point.
Right.
What she'll probably, the Super Bowl, she had like a live band. And the Super Bowl was just Cowboy Carter. It wasn't nothing else. It was just Cowboy Carter. And she had the band, and it was high energy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the Super Bowl halftime performance is probably why her shit sold out, because a lot of people was like, "Oh, I want to see this live."
Yeah.
I mean, vocally, she was eating. She was eating that shit. I'm not like Bodyguard is my shit. Tyrant is my shit. Sweet Honey Buckin' is my shit with Shabuzi. But like, people be going up for Two Hands to Heaven, and I'm not a fan. Levi Jeans, not really fucking with that. That's with Post Malone. And then the song with Miley Cyrus, Two Most Wanted, I'm not really vibing with that shit, but people love that shit. I'll pass.
Yeah. Yeah, so Origin, the Ticketmaster, he says, believe it or not, you can find tickets on sale right after the show starts, usually for about 60% off on those ticket sale apps, because they're just trying to get rid of them.
Facts. I do that with my sports. Like, I always buy like my Falcons and Hawks tickets the day of. And I mean, most of the time I don't even have to wait till the game start, because they so frantically trying to sell the tickets that like an hour or two before, you'll see the price drop. Yeah. It drops so low, you'll be trying to get a ticket and it's like it's not available no more because somebody done bought it. Yeah, I love that for sure. Me and my friends, we've actually decided that we're going to go to the Weeknd's tour. And so that's going to be one of my concerts this year. It's going to be
Did you
Weeknd.
listen to the album?
I am currently still listening.
Beautiful album.
I
can't wait for that
it's a lot of songs.
To drop too.
There's a lot of songs.
Yeah, it's a soundtrack to a movie.
I know that. Jenna Ortega, right?
Right.
Bet. We'll talk about that when that come out. But the tour, Playboy Cardi is opening for him. I am so confused. I'm
worried about that.
I don't understand. Are they the same audience? Is that what Playboy is now? Like, the white people love him now or something?
Definitely.
So that's what it is.
Because this is the thing. Playboy Cardi back in 2016, he's singing songs like Broke Boy, very Atlanta native, very Atlanta
H.E.A.R.D,
fashion
you want to come out here?
Yes. You know what I'm saying? Then he moves into
Kanye West.
Opium stage. Right?
Kanye
after
West.
Kanye, right? It was after
Opium.
Kanye. Opium is his label.
Drug? Oh.
Opium is his label. He's got like 7 artists beneath him that are huge. And so these guys are now making this music that's like mosh pit music. We'll say that, right? For lack of better terms. It's trap. It's super trap, though.
I don't know what he be talking about. Like, Lotto, y'all know Lotto is my girl, and I'm going to always stand for Lotto. But Lotto had a song on her album called Blick something. And she has decided to drop that now as a single featuring Playboy Cardi on the remix.
I seen the music video.
And he's doing that same fucking shit that he's doing on fucking Fiend and type shit.
It's that
I'm
drugged
like,
out mosh pit shit.
he don't. That's not the Playboy Cardi I remember.
No, not at all. He's definitely changed 100%, and he's not coming back.
I'm probably gonna. I mean, if Playboy, what was his first song? I cannot think of the name.
His first song that I know is Broke Boy.
The EJ, what's his first song? I'm talking about. Yo, Pierre, you wanna come out here?
That's Mongolia, but that's not his first song.
Magnolia. I'm saying that was the first Playboy Cardi song that blew up.
Magnolia, right?
Blew up for him for me. Like mainstream, Magnolia was that one, and then he did the song with Nicki, Poke It Out.
Right.
He was doing some other shit, but it was all like hip hop. I don't know what he is now. But if you perform Fiend, I'm going crazy.
You like that song?
Yeah, so yeah, The Weeknd's going on tour. His tickets was flying off the shelves, but I know for sure that I'm going to wait late to get them tickets. He don't come here till August.
Origin says that he's hoping this year to go to a DONFATHER concert. Hey, I tell you what, I do perform. I'm probably not gonna say it out loud. I'm in my city, you know what I mean, and I go live with those performances too. Those happen every week.
He does in-house performances.
No, I actually was at a place, and I'm going there every Tuesday now. I just don't want to say it out loud.
Are you lying? Cause you ain't told me to come nowhere.
Well, no, I've been there for about 2 weeks now. And also,
all right, we'll talk about that. Okay, so DONFATHER concert, we gonna get there, cause I'm finna have to step back in my 3-piece hat, and we finna get this thing crack-a-lack-a.
Crack-a-whacking is crazy.
Yeah,
I'm ready though, 100%.
Tory Lanez dropping a new album from jail.
Oh yeah, we're moving here now. So boom.
How does that happen?
He's actually dropped 30 or 40 songs.
I thought they did a gag order on them songs and they had to get removed.
I don't know about a gag order on the songs. I know he had to lose his equipment that he was using in jail, and now he does everything over phone calls.
Oh, he shot out. Boy, he only got like, what, 5 years?
I'm not sure about that.
It wasn't a long time. That nigga need to goddamn chill. Get you a notebook and a pad.
All these songs, those are all songs that he's dropped from prison.
I ain't going for it.
Yeah. So, anyways, he's dropped those songs from prison, and I'm not gonna lie, he maybe dropped 30 songs. If we're being honest, all the songs are really good, but they are not all the same type of song. And so, like, you will find your vibe that you like, and then some of you might not like. I maybe only have 4 that I like.
When you say it's good, though, like, is it good enough to be on the radio?
Yes.
So why is nothing on the radio?
There's a lot of artists that make great music that's not on the radio.
Nah, but Tory has radio play. He's at that level of artistry.
Tory Lanez is also in a situation right now that's probably worse than Chris Brown's old situation. Imagine if Chris Brown shot Rihanna. He probably wouldn't be on the radio much that year either, or the next year, or the next year.
He did less.
Who? Tory?
Chris.
Oh, less. He did less. Yeah.
And suffered more.
Oh, I agree.
Than Tory Lanez.
But we're just now really so 2 years out from when that happened. You know, you might be able to say that, but we're also only 2 years or 3 years out from the thing that happened with Tory Lanez, and maybe he does suffer a lot more in the future for it. I doubt it though, because times have changed.
No,
I don't think Chris Brown was
Megan is trying to bury him.
Yes.
Rihanna wasn't, and Chris still had to go through that shit. So this midget, Tory Lanez, he finna be going through a whole bunch of shit.
He's definitely already going through a lot, but there's a lot of bright pieces coming up in his case for him.
No, the case is over. He is in jail. His appeal is denied. I don't understand what he is trying to do. Do your time.
Currently, the court is considering the fact that the evidence that they got from the whole trial wasn't the whole thing, right? Because when they did the test on the gun, it was inconclusive because they hadn't finished testing on the gun, and they finished testing on the gun.
Right, but that wasn't that wasn't the reason why the jury came to the conclusion that they did.
Definitely not. And he's not in jail for, mostly all of that. He has
He was in jail.
charges.
No, he was in jail because of the gun.
Right.
He was not in jail for. He's not in jail for shooting Megan.
Right.
I wish people would realize and understand that.
And so they have him right now in jail because they say that, it's not clear if he was connected to the gun or not. Right? Because
it was his gun.
Okay. And so then with this new evidence that he's presenting,
right,
it's to say that you don't have me connected to this gun. And he presented that, and the court is considering it. So that's where we're at right now.
We'll see. Yeah. That nigga, just do your time and come out, bro. It's not that long. Like,
he's doing interviews from jail and all that cool stuff.
So apparently Tory Lanez got beef with Party Next Door. What's that about?
And so Party Next Door dropped the album with Drake, of course, as you know. And Tory Lanez.
What's the name of that album?
Sexy songs, some sexy songs.
Some sexy songs for you or for her?
Some sexy songs. Right.
Okay, gay ass boys.
I thought it was pretty questionable too. But it's great Party Next Door.
It's definitely giving OVO and EXO.
I feel like OVO and EXO didn't even do stuff like that though.
No, I mean I'm just saying for the what it means.
Yeah,
hugs and kisses.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, crazy ass niggas.
And so Tory Lanez got on a jail call one day and was basically saying, they just dropped some of the hottest shit of their careers.
Okay.
And he was saying that, they're doing good, but it's my turn to come in, and step on shit now. And so someone conveyed that message to Party Next Door, but when they conveyed the message to Party Next Door, they either made it seem or Party Next Door interpreted it with a little bit more malice behind the words, a little bit more hate. And I'm not
right, because beef is cool.
And so then Party Next Door goes live with this diss track that he allegedly just had been recording. And on the diss track, he's dissing Tory Lanez, right?
Oh.
And so
why would you do that?
Goes live with this diss track, dissing Tory Lanez, and between me and you, it's ass. And so then...
Well, what was he doing? Singing?
Yes. And then...
Lord.
And then, a day later, he goes on Instagram with a message, and it says, I actually saw the video. I actually heard the audio of Tory Lanez talking, and I made a mistake. He didn't say anything that I wouldn't have said. And boy,
so he walked back.
Yes, he walked it all the way
J. Cole.
back. He walked it.
He put a J. Cole.
Oh, it was nasty.
But it's nasty anyway because their album not doing as good as they probably would have expected it to do.
And what's nasty?
It's still stuff on the charts though.
It went number one, yes. But
nothing else dropped that week.
But it's like Party Next Door's part in the number one. If you look online, people is not saying you the reason for the number one. People are saying that Drake outperformed you on the album. You know what I'm saying?
Drake is gonna always outperform Party Next Door.
I don't know what people were thinking, but
Drake is a better artist than Party Next Door.
Let me go further than that. It's not even that he outperformed Party Next Door. They're saying that Party Next Door did not do good on the album. He didn't carry his own weight.
He did his
album.
He did his thing on the songs that I heard.
Me too. I think so as well. Some songs,
but for what Party Next Door does. Like, are people trying to make Party Next Door something that he's not?
That's what happens when you do an album with Drake, though.
No, he's done. I mean, okay.
Only elites have ever done that.
I hear that. You have always heard Party Next Door and Drake. Except for the small period where they allegedly was beefing. Like, Party always been on Drake's album. Drake always been on Party album. They've made some dope songs together. A whole project, though, Like, let's be fucking clear. Drake is a top tier artist. Party Next Door is not in that category. Like,
I would not say this. Listen, listen.
hold on. Last thing. Party Next Door is not even the Weeknd level when the Weeknd was with them. Like, Party Next Door is like, I love McConan. And so you do what you do with that information. Now, what you gotta say?
Bro, I feel like at a certain time, Party Next Door was Timothy. And like, bro, I mean like, Party Next Door, if we're talking about, and okay, this is like Break from Toronto, Party Next Door, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I'm talking about, he's him.
The song was fire.
And not just that song, there was a couple songs. I would give him maybe 5.
Yeah.
And I would give him an era, but like, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying.
If we talking what that say, I'm going with Tory over the party songs.
Definitely.
Like,
I mean, and
I think he had a song with Rihanna that I think he lucked up with. Party.
Yeah.
It's escaping me, but I know I used to like that song.
My thing is,
and then Break from Toronto, yes, for sure. And then Not Nice, yes. Fuck with that for sure. He has some features. He's never been a person to me. Like, he's never been like his own artist to me. All his songs to me have always been with someone else.
I feel like that's now.
No, this was his whole career for me.
His biggest song is a solo song.
You talking about Break from Toronto?
Yes.
It was.
That makes him his own artist.
Okay.
A lot of people's biggest song is a feature.
That song was cute.
You know?
I fuck with that.
I'm just saying, Party Next Door right now is not what he used to be.
Well, I guess, sure.
Close.
Yeah, I mean, I'll agree if you say so. Yeah, because...
After he previewed that song and then walked it back.
Because he ain't ready for the beef.
Tory Lanez posted a preview of a diss song. And asked his fans if he should respond or he should let it slide.
And what they say, let it slide.
A lot of people, they were like, "Oh, Party Next Door, you guys need to be friends and make music."
No, they saying let it slide because you might have to fucking go against Drake.
Please, no, him and Drake are friends.
I'm just saying, if you go against the nigga that I'm with now,
Drake ain't gonna ride for Party Next Door. That was an album.
Why you think he's not? They still locked in.
Bro, Drake could do a whole lot of things.
Drake ain't even slide for himself. So what do you mean?
He did. He did though.
At the beginning.
No, he did though. He still himself. Not versus Kendrick, but he's sliding on LeBron currently. He's sliding.
That wasn't really for real.
It was a whole fucking.
That wasn't for real.
It was a whole freestyle.
That wasn't for real.
A whole freestyle with his face, a video too.
The song disappeared after the next day.
Shit disappearing right now, gang. That don't mean he didn't do it.
Drake's name's not on here.
Oh my god. You don't want to move on.
I do. What's next?
Gunna and Offset's collab album.
What is that?
You don't like Gunna or Offset?
No. That's not what I asked you. I said, what is that?
That's it. That's all we got. They got a collab album coming.
Who said that?
Gunna and Offset did.
Why?
They're friends.
Ew.
I love both those artists. Especially Gunna right now. Offset, But
I feel like I don't like that.
Why?
Cause he not gonna make music with Quavo, but he gonna go make some music with Gunna.
Okay, I hear you. But Quavo's not friends with him right now.
They have issues, but
we didn't make her for a while.
Gunna has NC. Nah, this really what it is. Lil Baby and Offset got beef.
What did I say, Chad?
Lil Baby and Offset got beef, and Quavo fuck with Lil Baby, and so Lil Baby don't fuck with Gunna. So Offset just being messy. It's cool.
You think so?
Yeah. He being messy. he desperate to make some music.
I would say so too, though.
And he desperate to make some music.
But good on Gunna for picking up your homie.
I mean, Gunna,
we're going to the top, bro.
the people are fucking with Gunna right now. Like, he's had a pretty good last year and a half.
Okay, stop. Gunna and Offset literally have a song right now.
I haven't heard it. You should.
It's fucking fire.
Yeah.
It's goddamn fire. And I like, now I gotta think about that, bro. This isn't just coming out of nowhere. These niggas literally are popping off with this. And they've rolled out the single already, now that I'm sitting here thinking about it. It's called Style Rare.
I haven't heard it.
They've also, and you know, Proud of Them also came out, which was a very big song right after Gunna got out of jail.
Proud of Them was on the album. I mean, yeah, it was a good song, but...
And so, come on, we can continue that wave, bro. You don't stop that. You don't stop doing that. And that has nothing, and now that I'm saying that, it has nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with them. It has nothing to do with, what's his face?
Is this new?
Yeah, this is new. It has nothing to do with his brother.
Can you send this to me?
Of course. Let's listen for a second. Chat can't hear.
I already like it.
I already like it.
Nah, like on my Empire shit, that's hot.
Yeah, no, this shit hard. Anyways, chat, we're listening to Style Rare right now, Offset and Gunna.
It sounds like there's something else playing.
Nothing else playing, but
okay.
Yeah, so
hey, chat, give me a second, y'all.
Yeah, let's take it. Nigga trying to hate on Offset and Gunna. What the lit, Ree? Come on.
Hook A1.
Right now we're listening to Style Rare by Offset and Gunna, who have an album coming out soon. Off the back of some amazing singles.
But okay, so Offset not slick.
Talk to us.
Offset not slick. Who the fuck that verse sounded like?
You know,
who the fuck that first sounded
verse was
like?
So trash, I didn't listen. But go ahead.
The flow sounded like Quavo's flow.
You think so?
It wasn't Offset's. Like, Offset has his flow. That's what makes Offset and Takeoff unique. And Quavo, shit, that was Quavo flow. You know, Offset is a triplet ass nigga.
That's an interesting take. I will have to listen and really analyze that. And I think we all should. But that's interesting. But okay, but this is what I will say about
this
that.
This song is fire.
This is what I will, and Proud of Them was fire, and they've got 3 now. This will be the 3rd one they have together. He did Wild Wild West, fire on Offset old album. That was one of the only songs I liked off that album.
That album sucked.
Yeah, that was one of the only songs I liked.
That's why I'm trying to say, like, Offset, he flawed for borrowing Quavo flow on this song to try to make that shit hot.
But is that what he did?
Yes.
Is that what he did, bro?
Bro, yes, bro.
After you make music with somebody for 15 years.
Because they always kept their unique flows when they were together.
What if you just miss him? You know what I'm saying? He's sleeping, he just...
Okay, cool, whatever, that's fine. Because again, the song is hot. But his solo album was trash. Quavo's solo album was fire.
Was it?
Yes.
Was it?
I promise you.
Let's go take a look. I gotta refresh my memory. What was it called?
It was called Honcho or some shit.
That album was okay.
Nah, bro.
Oh, wait.
That one.
Quavo
with
Honcho?
play.
Yeah, no.
No, play the song with
No.
play Pass Out and then play Flip the Switch after that.
Man, Takeoff solo albums.
Takeoff's album was the best album cohesively. He had a theme and all the songs flowed and fit the theme. Like whatever, like musically, whatever Takeoff did,
Yeah.
he did hit. He hit it. However, Quavo had more singles off his shit.
I agree. It's Quavo. That's what it's supposed to do, right?
Why?
And I
But
mean,
nah,
Offset's awesome.
I'm a respect the fuck out of Takeoff shit.
Yeah.
Nah, Offset shit was trash.
So let's talk about this Gunna and Offset collab album. Are you excited now that we've deep delved into what's going
I'll
on?
listen to it
Yeah. Thanks, Gunna.
because Lil Baby album left a lot to be desired.
Boy. What's Lil Baby up to right now?
Trying not to get in the next Rico. So I've heard.
Okay, do you think?
So
do you
I've
think
heard from law enforcement.
Do you think he's actually in risk? At risk?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this most recent incident that happened a year ago, but they're trying to say that the two teenagers that got killed because Lil Baby went into the opposite territory and tried to like film a music video and that shit. And some of the little niggas,
Heard about that.
yeah, some of the little niggas was a part of Lil Baby shit, and so they trying to
The
say,
internet was was that
him.
recent or are they recently uncovering some?
no, it was a year ago.
Yeah, and so people are online saying, and this was, I think I seen this on something like ATL Scoop, you know what I mean, something like that, right? And so people were saying, oh, they can't find the real killer, so they're blaming Little Baby for going to shoot a music video there.
Right.
How do you feel about the essence of there being borders and restrictions, places where you go shoot a music video? Do you feel like you need to be aware of that?
You know I'm pissed because, again, because of how Atlanta has been acting lately. It used to be like 3 unforgivable sins in Georgia. Now they're trying to make them like 23 unforgivable sins. And one of the motherfuckers is gangs. They really trying to get rid of gangs.
How do you feel about that? Good or bad thing?
I apologize to all my people that's gang affiliates or whatever, but I'm with it because when I go out in Atlanta, I want my shit to be safe. Like niggas as basic as smashing car gangs, smash and grab, as medium as motherfuckers standing at the ATM trying to scam niggas, like as high as motherfuckers getting shot at the gas station because they ain't want to buy no damn tree from you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of gang shit that be going on.
Yeah.
And I would love to be safe. I'm not mad at Fannie Willis. Get these niggas, bro. Bruh, I shouldn't have to go to Edgewood and be worried the whole time I'm out supposedly having fun, worrying about if my fucking car window gonna be smashed when I get out the bar.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
And when Thug was locked up and all that shit, crime in Atlanta went down significantly. Like, I think the number was probably like 60%
Yeah.
of like
It was violent.
the crimes. Yeah. Motherfuckers wasn't getting murdered. Man, like, so I'm with that, bro. Y'all need to keep that shit kosher. But that shit ain't Lil Baby fault.
So let's talk about it. All respect to Young Thug, all respect to Lucci, all respect to the gangs. But
Big shout out to YFN Lucci. I'm put this shit on tape, put this shit on wax. I fuck with your music heavy as hell. I missed you. I'm so thankful you didn't drop music while you was locked up because now I am ready to hear what you got, bro. YFN Lucci always had songs I fucked with. I didn't even know him and Thug was beefing like that. Shit nasty.
yeah,
You know, I mean, I fuck with Thug, I guess.
yeah,
Like, I'm not like, I've never been like, oh, I'm a Young Thug fan. And there's a lot of Atlanta niggas that love him.
yeah.
He cool. He definitely adds to songs that he's featured on. Whatever it is, the essence of Young Thug adds to music. I appreciate it. Chris Brown has a song called High End featuring Future and Young Thug, and I love what Young Thug did on that shit. YFN Lucci, I love your music. You know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga fire.
Yeah. And so a couple of weeks ago, I did go back and listen to every YFN Lucci album in order to catch up.
Ew.
It was great. You know what I mean? Absolutely great. And it's really not that many.
I don't know if I ain't gonna say I've ever listened to a whole album of his music, but
He's got some deep cuts.
a lot of this, do he? Ooh, that's
Some
fire.
things you're only gonna find.
I said, Keys to the Streets, bitch, I'm with it.
That's so top of the fucking iceberg.
I know that's when he first started, but
I'm gonna play this.
like, but then he's on my friend's favorite nudie song, Wonder Why.
Yeah. Oh my God, banger.
Hate that.
Yeah. And so, my question ultimately: these are men. These are artists. These are businesses. These are gang members. Do we ever escape that? Because if you sit here and think about this, they really ran Atlanta.
Nah, this generation is not in that shit.
I'm glad you say that because a lot of people think these young niggas are fucking wildin'.
No, they are.
I feel like they're solo. They're not.
No. I'm talking about the artist.
Yeah.
The artist is not banging
I just like they're not too
overall.
clicked up.
No, I'm saying the artist is not banging overall.
And you know why?
The YNs though, like regular YNs, they're still wilding.
Yeah.
They're definitely ganging up.
Yeah.
They love that shit.
I feel like the disconnect between the OGs and the young niggas is what makes it so when they click up, they're more so with each other than with the big dogs or with the big gangs. You know what I mean?
Right, because it skipped our generation. Okay, maybe not my generation, but millennials. Wait, I think I'm a millennial. I'm a millennial. So Gen Z.
Right.
Gen Z is not heavy in the gangs. Simply because the millennial artist wasn't ganging and banging. The generation before them, before us millennials or whatever it is, them niggas was banging. I say Nelly was banging, fucking 50 Cent was banging, T.I. was banging, everybody was gang banging. So, niggas was trying to be in gangs.
Yeah.
But fucking Corday's not banging, fucking.
Jesus Christ. You named the sweetest rapper.
I'm going through. Even NLE Choppa. NLE Choppa is like a hood rapper. He's not banging. Now, Young Boy and Blueface was obviously banging. But overall, I mean, they was just chilling. Even Playboy Cardi's not. He didn't come in banging. He ain't banging.
Pretty sure he's blood.
Maybe, but he's not promoting that shit.
Anymore.
It's like even Snoop, like Snoop was heavy on his Crip shit.
Definitely.
I hope y'all realize that you can find a brotherhood outside of a gang.
You really can. Like a sorority.
When you say shit like that, you make it. I mean, but even still, like you.
Hey, it's not.
you
Hey, listen. Okay, let's take a moment. That's not funny. Okay. Rest in peace to everyone that's ever died as a part of any fraternity activities.
Yeah.
Because recently we've had people die from fraternity activities.
Right. Let me open this up. Rest in peace to Caleb Wilson. He was 20 years old. He was pledging Q at Southern University in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and he ended up dying online. And yeah, so as a member of a fraternity myself,
Which fraternity? Never mind. Don't say.
shout out to my fraternity, A5Q, you know what I'm saying?
Something so foul.
Yeah, but whatever. You know, shout out my fraternity. But my particular process, I didn't get hazed. They would, like in the big scheme of Divine Nine and etc., they would call me paper. And I'm completely okay with that because nobody was beating me, nobody was doing none of that shit. Like, learn my information, bonded with my LBs, cross experience in fraternity my whole college career, and still make connections these days with those people. Like when I fly somewhere, I might have a bro I met all the way back in college that live in that city. I hit their ass up. I hang.
And
Cool.
so that's a lot of people's consensus is that I've been a part of the D9 as a whole for a long time, and it hasn't been this experience for me. But does that type of stuff happen within the D9? And would you say that taints the identity of the D9 as a whole, or is it isolated incidents?
So at this point, there's only one Divine Nine fraternity that hasn't been around for 100 years yet, and that's Iota Phi Theta because they were the last ones founded. I think 1963. So all of the other eight, they have been around for at least 100 years, and they've been doing the same type of shit for 100 years. You know, we have historically black colleges, HBCUs, and then we have PWIs, which is a predominantly white institution. The processes at each school tend to be different. Now, a lot of the PWIs, they haze as well as the other shit, and all of them are non-hazing fraternities. That's a part of the mission statement, etc. All of them motherfuckers doing crazy shit.
And so you say that to say that them being around for 100 years and they're carrying these traditions that are from 100 years ago.
Exactly.
100 years ago, some crazy shit.
Some crazy shit. Maybe it's time for a motherfucking reform of the process.
There we go.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's exactly where I was going with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, residuals is on in the background, y'all. Y'all don't even know.
1 second here. Oh, Jesus.
What's up?
Me back.
Oh, you're back?
Nah, man. Sometimes when you're streaming, there's robots that come in your chat with weird
what did it say?
messages. Something about some selling of a service.
Oh.
All good though. But this has been great. This has been absolutely great. Man, there's one more. I just want to talk about A$AP Rocky for a second.
Wait, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Oh, you always got him.
So, do you think you would pledge a fraternity?
Why do people pledge fraternities?
I'll give you pros and cons. So people pledge a fraternity to have a brotherhood, to build networking connections that'll last you your whole lifetime. And shit, back in college, to stroll and do step shows and get hoes. Honestly, like for sure.
I think that for me, the most appealing part of that at that time in my life would have been strolling, not to get hoes, but because I was a dancer back then.
Facts.
I really was too shy at that time in my life to care about a brotherhood. I overly cared about brotherhood to the point where I was overthinking. So I would never go and be like, oh, let me join the fraternity because nigga, I can't even talk to the girl I like. Fuck if I'm a goddamn go talk to all these cool guys, right?
That would have got you the girl though.
Yeah, but
It's so
you
trashy.
overthink it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know it's so trashy,
You're shy and
but
whatnot. And
hey,
so,
you put them letters on, you getting bitches.
yeah,
It is what it is.
yeah.
Like I ain't even want bitches. I got bitches. I'm like,
And so I feel like, and then let's talk about college specifically, right? Because that's my views when I was in high school, and I feel like pledging a fraternity starts in high school. Personally, it might start in college for a lot of people, but I feel like you hear about
it's
fraternities,
half half.
you see it,
No, it's
you
half.
see that
It's half
life.
half.
Yeah, I
Half
feel like
half.
you're looking
Some
up to
people
that
really
life when you get
just.
there.
Some people step into college cold turkey, don't even know anything about Divine Nine, and they base their opinion on what they see on their campus.
Yeah.
And then they join based on their campus.
Yeah.
And say for me, my uncle, one of my favorite uncles, he was always about his business. He had money, and he was like a boss.
Right.
And he was an alpha.
Right.
So like me growing up, I always wanted to be an alpha.
Yeah.
And the alphas at my school was not fucking with me
Yeah.
for whatever reason. I had the GPA, I had community service because I was already in a fraternity that was a community service fraternity. So I had everything. I did SGA, like
Right.
perfect candidate, but they ain't like me as a person because I was fucking semi-socialite.
Yeah. I think it was a threefold thing for me. I feel like the first thing was the shyness, and so I wasn't gonna go and join a team of anything really, And then the second thing for me was when I got to college per se, where I could have joined a fraternity. I met a guy in college, and I'm not gonna say his name, but this was a guy where we would walk outside of the dorm, and any girl that he saw that was even
Cute.
a 7 or above.
No, it's giving like a 4 and above.
Nah, 7 and above. He was going to get their number. You know what I'm saying? He was going to talk to him. And that was like revolutionary for a shy person like me to be. I'm super friends with this guy. Like we're best friends type shit.
Did he
And
pledge?
no. And so he was a scammer. And so goddamn, we I kind of started shadowing that type of work, right? And so bitches were the least of my worries in college. I didn't go to class because I was throwing parties. You know what I mean? Like I was
Stupid.
Yeah.
You meet the bitches in class to invite to the parties.
The bad bitches wasn't really in class. We in Atlanta, so the baddest bitches not even really in my school. They just walking around.
They were in class.
they just walk around Atlanta. It's a regular bad bitch. She about 30. She's not even in school no more.
You're wildin'. You should have been in class, bro.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Because I spent a lot of money. But that was another reason why. That was another reason why, I didn't really get into the fraternities because we're talking about for bitches. I wasn't really worried about it. I did go to the parties and I see the Q dog strolling through. But at this point, I'm with 3 bitches and the Q dogs is strolling for bitches.
They were just strolling because that's what they do. The bitch is just a plus.
Okay, I hear you.
So I'm gonna keep it, but okay. So like my college career, I crossed my fraternity when I was a freshman. So I was stuck with them niggas my whole college career.
Yeah.
But so many good times. Like, I'm in a very large fraternity because it's actually men and women. And so we're going on trips to FAMU, which is like an hour away from Valdosta. Um, Florida State, same city as FAMU. Um, Daytona Beach for like sectional conference. That was like 3 hours. Towel chapter, which is UF in Gainesville. It was like 2 hours from Valdosta. So they hosted a weekend. Like so, like we're doing shit. I'm meeting all these people from different chapters and shit. Then nationals when I was around, it ended up being in Atlanta one time. So we go to Atlanta. I'm meeting everybody from across the country. It's like I love that shit because, like I said, as my job, like when I go to different cities, if I go to Norfolk, I got a bruh up there that I fuck with heavy. I'm always in San Francisco because my bruh from FAMU live in Oakland.
Yeah.
Like I hang out with him every time, and like
Now, in closing, I would say I wasn't as just I wasn't experienced of a networker at that time, or even hungry for networking in that.
Georgia State is
way.
different.
Yeah, it's different. It's different, and especially who I was at that time. Like now, I might have exploited that a little bit more. You know what I mean? I might have joined a really sweet ass fraternity. That was just like
Hell yeah.
really chill, just chill fraternity. You know what I'm saying? Like just the chillest one, whatever the fuck that is.
A signal.
Type shit. So I feel like, yeah, I could see the network opportunity for sure. Conventions, meeting people, state to state type shit, right? With the brothers, it's kind of like field trips. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That type of shit.
And
I love field trips.
It be forever, bro.
Yeah.
So I love that shit. Hate I couldn't get my Divine Nine. I could still do it if I wanted to. They got grad chapter. Motherfuckers be 60 still crossing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still on my mind, but it's just like the fraternity I'm in, because it had men and women, it's like crazy because like my whole shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. We out this bitch, man.
No, it's perfect. What a good episode, guys. This is one of our longest, maybe.
Yeah, you gonna have hell editing this shit.
I just put it out straight like this.
Mm-mm.
We didn't say anything crazy. What do you think? This is Joe Budden podcast? Yo, actually, before we go, listen here, bleep bleep sponsors, okay? Future bleep 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 sponsors. We bleep and need ya, okay? We bleep and want ya, okay? And we got what it takes, all right? So I'm putting my fucking.
Exactly. Anyway, like I was saying, it's Send Me Such Light, and this was H.E.A.R.D. We heard y'all wanted us back, so we back. So get ready, cause this season we going up. Woo!